Well, we were halfway there.
Don't blame me, I checked.
I wasn't. Did you hear me say I blame Paul because we were only halfway? That's not what I said. I just said
blame the
we
game.
were halfway there.
Have you forgotten a connector here or what? A diesel
No.
connector. Would you want me to just winch that back in?
Yeah, you can winch. So me, I've now got to find the connector in the forest.
Oh, you.
No, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna winch it in and then winch it back out.
Can you press your beat button a few times for me, please, Paul?
Where is my beep? What the? Are you actually kidding me?
Are you absolutely me?
I'm glad I adjusted the speed on these winches.
So can I spawn my plane in yet?
Yeah. Carry on. Yes, so me.
So, Pups, what did you do this evening?
FX equals 1 plus the clutch and gauge point minus X, so we just need to know where the clutch and gauge is. Apparently the clutch and gauges are about 0.5. Astronomy game.
Yeah, I'm just floating around, I mean...
So 1 plus 0.5 minus X is what you're saying. Which is exactly what I had when I had 1.5 minus X. Exactly that. It worked at 1.5 minus X. Right, so, okay. What am I changing this to? Y equals minus X to the power of 7 plus 1. Why to the power of 7?
Right, Pups, I've spawned a thing in the far right corner of the hangar so Paul can still operate with it in the corner.
Okay.
I've just now got a kilometre walk across to the boat.
When I go to the workbench, is that gonna... Wait, where's the fuel hose for Jet A?
Outside the hangar. Because we was topping the Jet A up. And I wonder what happened.
I've got a kilometre walk back to the boat, but, you know, who's counting?
You can sprint and jump, it'll go faster. Not even joking.
Well, I've got time, because he's still got 500 metres of cable to hook up.
Again.
At least I can go down to the woods today. Is the lyric when nobody else... No, what is the lyric? Go down to the woods today. Oh, I don't know.
20 RPS, let's go. You get a gradual curve and it gets higher battery power. The thing is, the clutch operates 0 to 1, so if you start to power something,
it's only the trunks.
Are you going to end up with a curve in that range or not?
The leaves are not.
Because that makes sense, right?
Well, I wouldn't have to be driving through it anyway, but still. You would have to, like, use the force.
So 1 minus X at the moment.
Right, I'm parking this here, so if you check the map, look, it's way away from the hangar.
Lol. Well, at the moment, there's now...
The main battery is actually charging up, but I'm getting 0 readings. Like, these dials are not sensitive enough to understand that that is actually going up right now. That's so bizarre. Is that one going up, though? So we can't even detect the generation.
I'm almost hooked up again.
I'm back at the boat.
I'm not hooked up.
That's kind of bizarre, isn't it? It means when the battery is below 6% charge, the clutch is almost kicked in all the way. Then as you get more power, the battery starts to drop off rapidly. The other thing I'm worried about is that the starter battery can, in theory, deplete. I think what we need I need a cross-feed relay for these two batteries, because you've got two separate circuits, right? If I want to equalize these batteries out, I need to be able to throw a breaker that will do just that. And that way, because that way, when you're flying,
I'm assuming
the
you've got
starter battery will stay there
and
and
fall again.
not go up very much. As long as the main, because it's measuring the main battery, you want to be able to throw a breaker and like put the two things together, basically.
Well, it's almost dark.
Put it up here, nice and out the way.
There we go.
That should be pumping again.
Yeah, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. There we go.
How do you want to phrase this?
Yeah, so since Paul's playing fixer on this, we'll brim this, and then whatever's left will have to go, whatever we've got is what we've got, yeah?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's burnt some fuel since we did the calculations to what to bring over, didn't he?
We'll just top this one off, and what, like you said, whatever's left, we just throw in the other one.
Battery
Well, we're now
equalizer.
just at the limit
The equalizer.
of full capacity of the other one, which is 15.9, isn't it?
Battery
Yeah.
equalizer.
Yeah, so we've got 15.7. It's still going down, but yeah.
Yeah, this one's
Yeah,
just
this is
about
purely
full
a
up,
power
about
thing.
900 more litres.
Yeah, so it'll be just under 14,000 that we'll have left.
So we
which
should
is
have
nice.
two relays down here.
That'd be perfect.
Have you grabbed a copy
One of them
Ping 4?
is the battery relay, which is that one. So we link that to that circuit. That's one relay, and then there's the main relay is this one, isn't it? Wait, what's this? Why is there a relay here that's got stuff linked to it?
There we go, you must be full.
Yep.
So we've got 13,470 left.
Nice.
There's something not right here.
Right, are you travelling on the boat, or are you going to spawn and drive, or what?
There's something
If you
not
just
right
go,
here.
and then I'll despawn these.
That's the
teleport over and
battery.
set the
That's
next one
currently
up.
linked to
Okay.
Try to save a bit of time.
A.
Right, I've released the connector on the boat.
This relay's not being used, is it? Should do it. Yeah, I'll just label that. Should I stay away from spawning anything right now?
No, you're good. Also, if you look at your fuel tank.
Was it full?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for this one, Pups, I think there's like a Y in the road. It's 29,7653. Yeah. Just north of the wind farm.
Switch
Or
on the wall,
north of the
Wyland.
wind farm.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. There's like a Y in the road, yeah?
Yeah, just as it opens up into like a lake bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like on the left.
Yeah, I got it.
So you've got the thing and you've got your pump truck, so we can winch the pump truck back. Yeah, so that everything's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just spawn the pump truck on the thing, and then I'll tow the thing down this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must have removed it, Wyland. Intruder Emerald, thank you for 18 months. Evil Soapbox, welcome back. I'm wondering whether to replace these with digital displays so we can actually see proper numbers. Because these dials are just not sensitive enough. Got the starter gen here, the main gen here, so we could replace those by digital there and there, which means these need to move. Gen RPS is not as important. Just move those up there. You think one output should be enough for all gens to produce the same amount any time? I'm not sure what you're saying. I'll grab that one. And just move it up. Get rid of those two. And so starter gen's on top. I have no idea how many decibel places to put this on.
Do you have any? Do you just have a fuel tank on your pump truck, Pups?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Well, at the moment I've got nearly 3,000 litres of diesel.
Yes, we do have an auxiliary battery. That's exactly why we're going to all these lengths.
Take jet fuel over, as long as we anchor the boat, and then tow this thing back.
Yeah.
Huh? We can do. Gonna get Doyle and Pippa in. Starter main. Starter main. You're on the stream 20 minutes ago and you still don't understand what's going on. Lol. That's completely understandable. Right, backlights on those 4. We just need the data connections now, so... Starter gen. Was the starter on the bottom one? Starter gen there. Main gen goes here. Starter gen. There. Main gen goes here. Okay. If I haven't screwed that up. It probably will, Whiteland. Right. Let's see. Can we give him what to whom? These are pips, okay. Who's going first? Hmm? Yeah, did they mind? Who do you want first, guys? Doyle or Pippa? You choose. Two votes for Pippa, 1 vote for Doyle. Unfortunately, looks like Doyle's decided to push in. Doyle's pushed his way in anyway, so you're getting Lord Doyle instead. I'll try not to knock the microphone, Mr. Doyle. Thank you very much. Overruled. Yeah, he's cheeky. He's like, I'm the elder here. I go first. You can wait, Pippa. Easy bites, nom nom. Pack leader, exactly. You're the pack leader, aren't you, Doyle? Right, last one, Dolly. You're all done, pal. They're Pippas, can't have them. There you go. Right, Pippa. There she is. There she is. She's so much smaller and lighter, it's unbelievable. It's like the difference between holding a bag of sugar and holding 5 bags of sugar. It's completely different. There you go. Num. She need a haircut, yeah. The problem is, because of the current situation... Doyle, please don't do that. Because of the current situation,
I'm on site.
It's very hard to get your dog's haircut right now, right? So Mrs. Squirrel's threatening to give her a haircut, which I don't recommend. Thank you for popping in, Pip. Cup of tea. Rip speaker uses wall. Oh, he gets so excited. Okay, let's see what we can do here. See if we get any numbers coming out.
I see a pups at the top of the cliff.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, I would stop.
Look, when you don't want it to connect, this thing just jumps up. When you want it to connect, it doesn't want to connect.
He's using all our fuel, pups.
Ooh, 200. Okay. So this, in theory, if we flick this switch, they should equalize. Interesting. I can now cross-feed both circuits. Is it survival? It's always survival. Right then. So we'll go with like, I don't know, 20 RPS. We'll see what happens. Top battery's depleting. Main gen, nothing at all. To 4 decimal places, we have no generator right now. So there's no way this can go up without that number showing.
Right, I'm ready when you are, pups.
Now, if I throw that switch, that will equalize the batteries. That may kick this thing into life. There you go. Now we're getting generation. Now we can see the numbers. Look at the... Did you see the dial at the top as well? Look.
We should be pumping some.
That works quite nicely.
Not currently.
I wonder what it's like when it's on quite a low RPS though. Let's say it's idling.
Ooh, did you not turn the switch on the thing?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
It's filling up for me.
Yeah, it is now.
Okay.
Say like 6.
Oh, that's curious, isn't it? Why is that only 2,000?
No idea.
Is it the gravity difference? It's got to be. It's the only difference. Because let's face it, the elevation on the other one didn't really change, did it? And I did have a thought. The thing, in theory, floats.
Does it now?
Well, because it's a solid,
That's quite cool.
solid
So that works pretty well.
Air gap in the middle, isn't it?
So, in theory, when you get into flight, it'll just charge the starter battery up, and if it doesn't, you can always cross-feed it. So whichever one's greater, you can always feed one from the other. But the actual generator will look at this. So that works alright. We fixed the throttle, we've got the generators working, split the circuits. How you boys doing?
We're refueling O'Neill for you.
Oh.
Turn on the heater, hang
I
on.
assume that extra generator on the side is just for calculations, right?
I don't think the heater takes that much, to be honest. Oh wait, here we go. Maybe I should throw a couple of heaters in. I think we need more than one heater in here.
It's crazy we're doing this in the dark, isn't it, pups? You know?
I know, right? I just don't need
Make
to
a
add
flying
lights to my
sauna.
thing, so...
Make it so that you could basically live in the Arctic in this plane with no clothing. Random intake placed in the right wing. Oh yeah. Then I think that happened when it was in mirror mode. Let's get rid of that. We definitely don't need that. That was an early prototype.
Do you need any fuel, pups?
Nope.
Right, heaters.
Because we've got 1700. It's not really worth the effort as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's not worth the effort, I agree.
And that wasn't like we stole that from a tank. That's bought and paid for, so it is throwing money away. But
It means
I'll
travelling
move this.
4 kilometres in total to just to get that.
Two heaters. Now we've actually got a generator.
five to go.
Okay.
Oh, I can't see the breaker. There it is. Right, two heaters. That should keep us warm.
I don't know if I should be worried. It said Whiten just joined the game.
Oh my god.
Yes, it did.
Oh my god. Let me just save the game.
Don't give him any permission, Paul.
That's true. I don't need to off him.
Don't let him touch or use anything.
At least until we've got this Jet A stored away. 4,000.
Cry all you want, Whiteland.
You're so mean.
As if Rome says Paul Whiteland. Whatever.
Hey, at least Whiteland knows how to stay alive.
Burn. Right, altitude hold. This is where it's going to get fun. Altitude hold. I think we've solved the battery issue. So if we're sat here, we want to have a keypad.
We know Whiteland.
We want to have a keypad that we can punch in the altitude we want. We can't really put it above us. We might have to stick it over here somewhere. Which way is that supposed to go? Like that?
$2,000.
Toggle button. Altitude. Display name, output label. Default state off. You still need a constant on signal for your heaters to work with the breaker. Okay. We do have a constant on signal. but finding it could be a problem. Constant on, there we go. Thank you. Right, so you punch your altitude in, you hit the button. What happens next? That's the question.
50.
Lol, Whiteland.
30.
What?
He tried to off himself.
20. 10. Come on.
You sound like the Boeing thing. 50.
Yeah. That was what I was going for. We're empty, yay!
Disconnect it and I'll winch up.
Yeah.
It's getting crowded in here, man.
Nice.
Right, so we need a PID, don't we? We need a couple of things. We need a switch box. Remember, we need a numeric switch box. And we need a PID controller.
Right, so I'll switch all this off and throw the master breaker, and if it stays, it stays. If it goes, it goes.
Approaching minimums.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now for the curly toes, I think I used these values,
Drag the thing.
but they're definitely going to need to be tweaked because they're not good.
We disconnected something.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going to happen
Why did it
is
start dragging the thing down the hill with that?
we have an
Well,
altimeter.
the boat did a random flip as well, so.
But the altimeter is this one. That's going into the
Yeah, okay, something's wrong here.
Yeah,
function,
I think it's still connected,
which is
now.
translating it into knots. Altimeter goes into that function block. Let me get around this side.
I keep hearing the connector, but I don't know whether it's this one. Go on, Winch.
Oh, hang on, I just ran down the hill because I thought you was busy.
So that is the current altitude in feet. That's going to go into... It's going to go into two places, I think.
According to my screen, the connector is sort of at the bottom of the cliff, just under the water, not near the boat.
The process variables,
Okay.
that's the current altitude is going to go into there. And let's think.
Yeah, there we go. I think it's going up the cliff though.
Okay.
So whatever the PID outputs to do,
Yeah, it is.
Right, so I shall turn the breaker off.
I should have done this when my head was working properly. Numerical switch box and the PID. The PID will be active when you flick that switch, right? So when you press the altitude hold button, it'll turn the PID on and it'll turn the switch box on. And the switch box basically takes the value either from the PID or from whatever we're doing in our controls. And our controls are coming from here. And when we want to pitch, we use the W&S key. So we need to take the W&S data point, which I think is one of these around here somewhere amongst this mess.
The game sort of slowed down for you, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, it's doing weird stuff.
Oh boy, where is it?
Yeah, you're in the air for me. I mean,
W&S, there you go. So W&S normally goes to this. Normally goes to the pitch.
ow.
So instead,
Where are you going?
W&S will come
I just got a
into
hit
here,
point damage and then got flung halfway down the cliff.
and it'll go into the
Does that make sense?
off value. The value to output when the signal is off. So when the altitude hold is off, this will literally pass through to the gyro. Gyro for pitch. So what we've done is basically routed the W&S key via this switch box. So when the altitude hold button's off, it'll just function exactly as it did before. The off value that we're sending will go through to the gyro. But when we turn the altitude hold on, it'll use this value here. And this value comes from the PID.
Right, so
the output of that goes into here. And the set point that you want, which is what you're trying to get to, is the altitude value that you put into here.
We ready?
Simples.
yeah, all being well.
The
My
problem with
game's
this,
slowed down
the problem with this
so
is
much.
testing it.
Yeah.
Testing this is a problem because you have to actually fly it to test it properly.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Come on.
LOL.
The sound of something not quite going to plan.
Well, you know the air refuel lift service tank that I have, because it has only on-off brakes. When we then went down a downhill section, the tank basically overtook us and then sort of dragged the arse end of the creation around because it was sort of like this dragging force. It's really strange.
Isn't there an error on the PID on the output where you can put on display as standard for tweaking values? I will do that. Absolutely will do that.
Yeah, you know you have to slow down eventually, Pubs, right?
No.
Okay, so first of all,
Didn't see me coming here with it then, did you?
so let's
I
say
just
our
found
desired
out
altitude
you keying
was,
over
I don't
the
know,
bets.
500 feet, right?
Yeah, but
So in
now
theory,
there's
when we
like
flick that
13,000
button
litres
there,
of jet fuel,
it'll
and let's
flick the
not
PID
screw
on
it up at the
and
last.
maybe do something.
the last kilometre, like, nah. I'm feeling jealous of the suspension though. I think I need to do a retrofit.
No.
Off-road tanker.
What you need for when we is like a seat on the top with a steering wheel, so
Yeah.
you can turn the thing while someone's driving.
Yeah, that'd work.
Mr. Pringle, feel the warmth.
Well, this will
Dude,
be
how you doing,
solved
mate?
by a
Thank you for 66 months,
truck
Mr.
thing,
Pringle.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I
I'm
do
in the
hope
middle
you're well.
of building one.
Yeah, we were seeing that's how I just couldn't believe the size of the fuel tank of my thing. It was just like I didn't think it was that huge. Let's say filled water in it. I think I got a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to
No.
show you. Like filled it up. And it just
I'm
went
alright, Pringle. Not bad, sir, not bad.
And then I like whacked the suspension settings right. Like it was already on like really stiff suspension. It
Yeah.
made no difference. Like it genuinely.
Right.
I may as well have all been on zero. It was just.
Okay, so our current altitude is 200 and whatever. If I press altitude hold. There may be a problem with the Boeing flight control system.
Was it set to zero by any chance? Well, it couldn't have gone much worse, really, could it?
Not really.
It's still running, but you haven't blown up. That's one thing.
Oh my god.
If
I love
that
the way it
doesn't
just
make
subtly plummeted into the ground. Like,
if that
oh,
doesn't make it into the gag reel, I don't know what will.
you're at 200 feet and you want 500. I believe that's this way into the ground. Okay, so
It's like
version
some
1...
oddity between the numbers. Is it like meters and feet and multipliers and stuff?
I really don't know why it just did that.
Oh,
Version
got
1
tears.
needs a bit of
That
work.
made me laugh.
I think we
Just
should
reminds me of the
try...
one on curly toes.
We are going to need to debug this, aren't we? First of all, let's not actually activate the PID, maybe. Let's... We need to debug this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the value that is coming from that thing, and we're going to punch it into the second one as well. So when we switch it on and off, it won't make any difference. And instead, we're going to take this and have a look at the value. Because I want to see exactly what that PID controller is trying to do. Oh, boy.
Come on.
That's a good one, Firefighter. It's a good one, mate. Ah,
I think
dear.
it needs a bit of a bump.
Right, display.
Can you go like
Digital
backwards and get
display.
a bit of momentum?
We're going to put this somewhere so we can debug this. If it'll read this value. Can't go there.
Who thought taxiways on raised blocks was a good idea?
I'll put it here for now. Okay. Let's see. I'll shoot old kid.
I
Is
don't
it
suppose
going
you've
well?
ever used them. Yeah, it's going fine. I don't suppose you ever used them, pups, but kinetic tow ropes, that's exactly what they do, but they actually work in real life.
Oh man! Hang on, let me try and find a smaller part.
Okay, let's see what the PID is doing. Did anybody see anything obvious that went wrong there? Set point I got from the altitude thing, that's correct. The process variable I got from the current altitude in feet.
Way!
So it's saying, oh, we want 500, you've got 250, this is what you need to do. My only thought is maybe we just need to invert the control. Invert the PID output. That's what I'm thinking. Have we got an inverter or do we have to do it? Numerical inverter. I'm just kind of wondering if it's just something as simple as inverting the number. And it would have worked kind of thing. Oh,
There we go.
come on.
Check that flow rate out. It's nearly 7,000 a minute.
I mean, it looked like it was trying to go the right way, but obviously went really quickly the wrong way. So the obvious thing is invert the number. So we'll take the PID, we'll output it,
I
then
think
we'll
if they're on
take
the
the
same
inverted
level, so
number,
it pumps faster.
and we'll
It's got
send that
to.
to display. And we'll see what
There
that
must be
looks like.
some weird logic of X equals Y and Y is higher than X, and that's going to be like pushing tanks
Slow my
up
game.
hills.
Did you just turn the lights on, White? And that's slowed my game down even more.
Oh, I've caught up now.
Yes, because Paul's not in the workbench.
Oh, right. It's doing that.
It's
old
doing that
chestnut,
bug
is it?
again, yeah.
Are we empty?
I don't know
If
where the
we are, that
nozzle
was
went.
quick.
Yeah, it's done. No, we're not.
No,
Hang
we're
on,
not.
what's going on there?
It's
Weird things are happening.
Can you stop winching it?
And the winch
Like,
here's just disappeared as well.
Well, the Jet A said 12,000, and when I went over to the other tank, it was not. It was just How about Whiteland?
This winch
Stranger
is...
things are going on.
Yeah, everything was fine, so Whiteland joined. This winch is broken now. Like, I can't access it. It must be below ground or something stupid.
Hang on, I'm trying to teleport you to give you a hand.
I mean, it was on the ground and it's just gone. I remember just moving it out the way and now it's not here.
If it's underground, it's a two-person job.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yes, though.
Right, winch out.
Yay!
There we go.
That's so dumb.
Yeah. I've had plenty of practice of getting it from the underground.
It's amazing how things fall through the ground in this game. Come on. There we go. No, stay connected. Really, game? Really? The problem is I've got to fly the plane to fix the problem. And every time I fly, it burns fuel. Should really just do this in creative.
So there is 13,487 litres of Jet A at the other base now as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Paul Whiten's just teleported here.
Okay.
Good luck. Stay safe.
Get on 20.
Get in, Simon, quick!
Close the door.
Yep.
So the pit's doing nothing if I do that. The pit just goes nuts.
I can't move because Whiten jumped in the same seat as me.
Can't. What about if you crouch? If I get out of mine, can you jump in mine? There we go. Wait.
Okay, something strange has happened. Whiten just bumped
yeah,
me
but-
out.
The
Wait,
pit
what?
moves way too
What is
aggressively.
going on?
I can now not move unless it's in this direction, up and down. Somehow Whiten managed to jump in the same seat.
So if we're flying like 200 and engage that, it basically tries to send you up real quick.
Ready for this.
Hang on, let's say 600. Yeah, I think we need to adjust this quite a bit. It's just way, way, way too aggressive. The other way the engine changes when you pitch, when you roll. It's like as if the fuel sloshes around and doesn't get to the engine. Why we're not charging Wyland?
No, it tries to charge.
What's the battery on?
Don't blame me. Everything was fine till you joined the game, White, and now it's got all buggy.
What's the battery on?
The main battery is on 9921.
Okay, if you throw the breaker at the top, it'll equalize the batteries. You should see the generator kick in.
Yeah, it is.
Phoenix, thank you for 8 months.
Welcome back, Natter.
Abort landing, go around. What?
Oh yeah. We're doing 200 knots now.
Oh yeah. So how fast can she actually go? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh.
I did tell you this was a test flight.
Terrain, terrain, terrain. Pull up, pull up. Don't sink.
That rudder control's unbelievable though.
The rudder turns in the air are really trippy, man. Like,
Yeah, the rudder control is just insane.
right, turn on the sixpence, please. Here we go.
There we go, military landing.
Love the sideways drift.
Ooh. There you go. You're not dead.
The front nose gear wheel doesn't look good.
It's fine.
It never looks good, Sophie.
That's true.
It always looks, whoa, whoa. We just do a wheelie.
Yeah, Wyland's messing around.
What?
I like the way we just basically like sat up and then sprung forward into the wall.
It's on fire! It's on fire!
Right. I have a theory as to what's happened here. You know, I got plugged into the plane where I couldn't get out of my seat.
Yep.
I then teleported back to base, and I think I stayed with the plane, and it dragged the plane with my teleport.
You did some amazing
I've
things.
died 12 times since you started laughing. Because the plane is in the porter cabin.
Oh my god. Jake, thank you for 40 months. This plane is just silly. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Passengers, would you now unfasten your seatbelts? Feel free to leave the plane. Oh my god, I insta-died as soon as I got out.
Words cannot describe what's going on in my screen right now. Genuinely, words cannot describe. Game's crashed. There you go.
Oh my god. I tried to get out and insta-died and now, yeah. Oh dear.
Please note this game is in early access. Ah.
The emergency exits are here and here. Please exit as soon as possible.
Problem solved.
It crashed my game.
Oh dear. That's amazing.
Crashed my game as well. Like, can I send that as a bug report? Seriously.
You can try. Thank you for 8 months, Phoenix. Guys, it's 9 o'clock. That seems like a reasonable place to finish. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to do some iRacing when I come back tomorrow. 5. I'll need to get some practice done in the afternoon. And iRacing had some maintenance this afternoon, so I need to read up on what changed. But yeah, hope you have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for joining me. Thanks to Sommy and Pups. That crashed my game when you joined.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know when it was last saved.
Before you did the test flight, I think.
Yeah, you saved it before you did the test flight.
I did, yeah. Luckily. So yeah, I'll be back at 5. Thanks to the mods, as ever.
No, Frame, not hashtag blame me. Hashtag blame Whiteland.
Yeah, everything was going relatively okay, and
Yeah.
Whiteland joined.
Yeah.
That I can confirm.
Mine and Sean's game crashed to nothing. Like it was like 2 FPS.
Yeah.
And then the sitting in the same seat that I was sat in, and that's all Whiteland.
But we
That is
managed
all
to
Whiteland.
deliver 30k of jet fuel without a
Oh,
hitch.
dear.
Whiteland joins and it all goes.
Right, do you want to say goodnight to the stream?
Good night.
Good
all.
night to the stream.
Guys, back at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening, and I shall see you all Friday. If not, have a great Friday. Take it easy, guys. Love you all. Good night.